Hi everyone. Why buy lots of expensive containers when you can reuse what you have from your shopping? It saves expenses and reduces the waste as well. These plastic containers are from the Chinese. Every now and again we treat ourselves to a takeaway, and so we keep all of these. These are fantastic for in the fridge, for putting salad stuff and vegetables, and also great for freezing as well. And then jars, numerous things you can do with jars as well. We keep our seeds, nuts, dried fruit in there in the fridge. I do a homemade mayonnaise which I keep in here, and then of course you can put your homemade jams in, and we treated ourselves to some Bombay mix, so we've just put them in there. And then this container we've actually had for many years, and I just keep my porridge oats in there. So let me show you now what I do with these containers. These little jars I buy from Tesco with the herbs in, and when they're finished I just peel the label off, wash them, and I keep them for my own herbs that I will be growing in the garden. I just dry them and squash them and pop them into little jars. Now, they look quite neat without the labels on. And then we have the traditional tins that many people keep. I know my mum used to keep them. They're great for crackers, cakes, biscuits, and I like to keep my own cakes in these when I've made them. So we've got two in there, a couple back there, and they store very nicely in the cupboard. And then in the fridge, these are the jars that I was talking about that I keep our seeds, nuts and dried fruit in. This was a coffee jar, these are the hot dog jars, these are old jam and marmalade jars, and the same with these. And it's just a really good storage container because they wash great in the dishwasher, and yep, I find them really useful. Down below for salad, somebody gave me a box of cherry tomatoes, but this is really a fantastic storage container too, so I will continue to use that for more tomatoes. And then this was a chocolate box. I think it had Ferrero Rocher in it, that's the bottom of it. And then again, these are the Chinese containers. And then in the veg, the potatoes and onion, this is an old lunchbox container that we weren't using, and because it's long I find it great for the onions. Again with the hot dog jar, this is what I store my peel in to make my citrus cleaner. As I've already mentioned, the Chinese containers are great for freezing. If I have anything left over or even the fruit out of the garden, they're fantastic for freezing. This is an old sandwich box again. I like to keep some diced onion in the freezer, and it's just easy to hand if I need it quick. Under my kitchen sink, I use an old bird fat ball container as my compost bin. That's nice and large, so I can get plenty in there before I have to empty it. And then this container again is an old lunch box, and the lid had broken. So I keep my brushes in there, old toothbrushes and a couple of scrubbing brushes in there, and also my dishwasher funnel for the salt. And also these old food trays are handy as well. When I do the filter on the washing machine, I just pop that under there and it collects the little bit of water that comes out. So these are all also handy for keeping again, fruit and veg in the fridge. This container was actually for, I think originally it had washing up liquid and that in there, but I have a wooden one up there, so I've got my rubber gloves in that one. And then this one was originally in the office, but just didn't use it, so I've got my cloths in there and scourers, and it's easy just to pull them out. This container I bought from a garden centre years ago, but I never used it, and then I found this lid on something that I had, and it actually fitted on the top perfectly, so I now use it for my chamomile tea. And then these three are just coffee jars which I've kept, and I have my herbal teas in those, and also our decaf Yorkshire tea. And then sometimes, again, you can just keep the lids. This coffee that we buy, this is metal, but the lids are quite handy to keep. They actually fit onto, we have 2 of these. You may have seen in one of my videos that I make egg mayonnaise, and then I just use a lid because these can be washed in the dishwasher and I'm not wasting foil or cling film. I use baskets for loo roll holders. Now and again I find some cheap baskets in charity shops, and I think they make great storage for loo rolls. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed my little vid on the storage containers that I reuse. If you'd like to visit again, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, and take care of yourself as always, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye for now.